It is here, the one thing everyone has been waiting for. But before we get to that, here's Trtan back time. Okay. July 14, 1994, the wrestling superstar Hulk Hogan admits to abusing steroids since 1976 in order to gain size, but claimed he had stopped in 1994 when he joined the World Championship Wrestling, the WCW. This was during the trial of Vince McMahon relating to the use of steroids in wrestling. Happy birthday to Annie Jones, born July 14th, 1865. American bearded woman. Jones joined P.T. Barnum's circus as a child of only 9 months, for which her parents received a salary of $150, over $2,000 in today's money, a week. By the age of 5, she had a mustache and sideburns and was known as the Bearded Girl. July 15th, 1989, U.S. Vice President Dan Quayle states, as America celebrates the 20th anniversary of Neil Armstrong and Buzz Lukens walking on the moon, apparently confusing Buzz Aldrin, who did walk on the moon, with Buzz Lukens, a congressional sex offender.
Oh, my.
Happy birthday to Clement Clark Moore, born July 15, 1779, American theology professor. He is best known for his poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas in 1822, which begins, "'Twas the night before Christmas." All right, July 16, 1862, the Swift-Tuttle Comet is discovered by Lewis Swift in New York. Horace Tuttle spotted it 3 days later in Massachusetts. It has a 1 in 10,000 chance of colliding with Earth in the year 2126. If this occurs, it'll probably end civilization. Happy birthday to Max McGee. Born July 16, 1932, American football player. He scored the first Super Bowl touchdown in 1967, played for the Green Bay Packers. He caught an 18-yard pass and ran it in from the 19-yard line against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow.
That's it.
That's quite the run.
Yeah. July 17, 1913, A Noise from the Deep premieres, in which actress Mabel Normand throws a custard pie at Fatty Arbuckle, hitting him in the face. That was the first one, a long comedic tradition of throwing pies in people's faces. Now, in 1909, silent movie Mr. Flip, actor Ben Turpin's character, Mr. Flip, is hit with a handheld pie, okay? Not a thrown one, all right? Which is believed to be the first pie in the face gag in cinematic history. Happy birthday to James Cagney. James Francis Cagney Jr., born July 17, 1899, American Oscar-winning actor, film Public Enemy in 1931, Yankee Doodle Dandy, 1942, Mr. Roberts, 1955. He played the captain. He started his career as a female impersonator in a New York review. Yeah.
I like that.
July 18th, 1938, American aviator Wrong Way Corrigan lands in Ireland after making a nonstop transatlantic flight from New York without a permit. He claimed he had intended to fly to Los Angeles, but had followed the wrong end of his compass.
Whoops.
Yeah, he had repeatedly applied for a permit for a transatlantic flight, but was rejected because his airplane was deemed not airworthy. Okay. Happy birthday to Charmian. Born July 18, 1875, American vaudeville trapeze artist and strongwoman. Look at that bicep there.
That girl.
Yeah, her act was built around a routine, which opened with her on-stage entrance dressed in full Victorian street attire. She subsequently mounted the trapeze and disrobed down to her acrobat leotards in the midst of the trapeze swinging motion, you know. One of her performances was captured on film in 1901 by Thomas Edison.
What?
Yeah. And finally this. What does Winnie the Pooh and Jack the Ripper have in common?
That's just wrong to even put those two in one sentence together.
What do they have in common, though?
Winnie the Pooh and Jack the Ripper have in common?
Yeah.
They like honey?
No. The same middle name.
I should have known that. You've said that before in the office, too.
It's a good, yes. It's worth bringing back every now and then. That's just a fun one.
Wow. I love the guy that did the transatlantic flight.
Wrong way, Corrigan.
Wrong way, Corrigan.
Uh-huh.
He had no idea. He thought, how do you follow the wrong end of your I mean, I know I could definitely do that, but when you're that...
Well, you have to, okay, that was
Smart.
his excuse. That was his statement. But he had been applying to be able to fly across the Atlantic, and he said, your plane's not airworthy. You cannot be permitted to do that. So he just went, oh, gee.
So that was his workaround, was I followed the wrong end of my compass.
I think that's kind of
Okay.
how it kind of worked.
Yeah. Well, I can't believe also the first ever Super Bowl touchdown. So does that mean the Kansas City Chiefs were in the first ever Super Bowl game? That's
what it looks
what
like.
I'm deducing.
Yeah, and the Green Bay Packers. So Bart Starr and people like that. Nonetheless, it figures the first one is they scored against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Doesn't work quite that way anymore.
Well, Tom, another great Trtan back time. Always
Thank you.
enjoy that.